Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. If you're new here, my name is Maria and in today's video I have some more Christmas DIYs. I absolutely love how these turned out. I did use mostly Dollar Tree items, so these were so easy and budget friendly, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. And if you do, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time I upload. With that being said, now let's craft. I will be using the super soft microfiber cloth from Dollar Tree to make two faux fur gift boxes. These were inspired by some similar ones I've seen at Hobby Lobby. For the base, I will be using two wood squares. These I already had, but Dollar Tree carries so many different things you can use. To change the color of the cloth, I did try two different ways. The first one, I put water in a cup, then I added different apple barrel acrylic paints, shades of brown, and I mixed it. Then I grabbed a paintbrush and started painting over the cloth. I didn't like how that was turning out. I didn't like that it was still showing a lot of the white. So what I did next was repeated the same steps. I mixed water with paint in a bowl, but this time I used a light brown. Then I put the cloth in there, and as you see, it's already changing colors. I did let it dry for a little bit, then I went back over it with the same mixture of darker brown that I did earlier and just started to paint over it with a paintbrush, and like that this made these little dark spots. And here it does look darker. Once it dried, it did look lighter. I let this dry, then I cut this in half. I will be using one for each wood square. There is so many different ways you can wrap this gift with or a square or whatever you want to call this, but this is how I'm going to do mine. I started with the top part. I am going to cut the cloth the size of the top part. I will be using hot glue to glue this. I didn't cut my square perfect, but I fixed it by just trimming it around. Now I'm going to glue the rest of the cloth around it, and I didn't cut it just yet. I am going to glue this first. I did make two of these gift boxes, but I'm showing you my second one that I did because my first one didn't come out as pretty as this one. The other one is I glued the border towards the front or towards the top part. You will see what I'm talking about in just a little bit. I then went ahead and turned it around so I can glue some of the fabric to the bottom piece. You can totally leave it blank or with nothing on it, but I didn't want this wood to show, so I am going to try to cover it. And I wasn't trying to be perfect. All I did was make sure it wasn't bumpy or lumpy, so like that this can stand up straight. And this is how it looks. Now I'm going to start to decorate this, and I will be using some burlap to glue it around it. I used this Walmart one. I ran out of my Dollar Tree one. For the buffalo check ribbon, I did use this Dollar Tree one, and this one has snowflakes, but I didn't want the snowflakes to show, so I did flip this around and use the back instead. I did make two of these gift decor boxes, but one of them I used some Hobby Lobby buffalo check ribbon. It was a lot thinner. This is the first box I did. As you will see, the top part, it looks kind of weird because, like I said, I did use the border towards the top, even though it is going to end up being covered when I use the greenery on top. To decorate the top part, I will be using this Walmart pick. I love, love, love it. Dollar Tree is also carrying things like this, but theirs are glittery, so I chose to use this one instead. I am cutting it apart, and I did cut it apart because I do want to try to hide the border of the top part with these. So I'm going to cut them first, and then I'm going to glue them. I will be making a double bow using the same burlap ribbon. You don't have to do a bow. I know the ones at Hobby Lobby just have pine cones on top, but I wanted to do a bow just to hide that border. I'm still using some pine cones, but the smaller ones, and I'm using these Dollar Tree scent pine cones. I will be using several around the bow, and Dollar Tree also carries some berries, and I will be using those too. I repeated the same steps for the other gift box. The only thing I used different was a different ribbon, which was from Hobby Lobby. It was thinner. Also, the greenery, I used the one that Dollar Tree carries, the fern glittery one, but it still kind of looks like this one. I just love how these faux fur gift boxes turned out. I really, really like these. They look so much prettier in person and almost just like the ones at Hobby Lobby, but they cost a lot cheaper. For my next DIY, I will be using this summer Dollar Tree sign. I am trying to get rid of all my summer and spring signs, but Dollar Tree right now is carrying some fall and Christmas signs you can use instead. I am going to dry paint this, and I started to use this watered down paint that I used in my first DIY. I thought it was going to work, but it's way too watery. So I grabbed my Waverly chalk paint and truffle to paint this instead. I am using a light hand, almost tried painting this to make this look more washed out. By the way, this paintbrush is not dirty, it's just very, very stained. Even after I wash it, it still looks like this. I still do not want to get rid of this because this is the perfect paintbrush to make the washout look. So I will keep using this until all the bristles fall apart. I just wanted to let y'all know that the older and the more used they are, the better they work. I don't know if that makes sense. And look how beautiful this already looks. You can totally leave it like this, but I decided to make some faux wood planks, and I am using this decor sign because I want to use the width of this. You can totally use a ruler and make your own width, but I just like these. So much easier, and I don't have to try to be measuring anything. I am also using a black paint marker. For the word joy, I will be using this Joy to the World sign that I picked up from Dollar Tree recently. I don't like how glittery this is, so I am going to take this apart, and I'm using this box cutter, and I'm just going to go several times around it and then just break it apart to remove to the world. And as you can see, I did end up breaking it. I didn't want to break it, I just wanted to remove to the world sign, but I broke it, so I just went with it, and kind of turned out better because I actually wanted the O and Y to go in the center, not all the way at the top. And I didn't cut this perfect, so I used my scissors to trim it out. To make the letters look galvanized, I did use this piece of scrap paper. I got this last year. I'm not sure if it was from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but I know it was 4 for $1 because I will not buy anything unless it's 4 for $1. I'm going to start by tracing the letters, and as you can see, the J doesn't fit, but I am only tracing half of it. I did mark where the paper finished, so when I trace the rest of the J, I know where I can start from. I am also tracing the other letters. I'm going to send some of the glitter off from these words. I did try to just go straight with glue and it didn't work. Even with Mod Podge, it still wouldn't stick. So I did have to send some of it off to make it smoother, and once I did that, it worked. And you can leave your letters just like this. They are already looking way better than them glittery ones. But I decided to galvanize mine, so I am using my Waverly chalk paint in mineral first, and I'm using the dry paint technique, just distressing it all over. I'm going to use my blow dryer to dry this. Then I'm going to go over it with the Waverly chalk paint and elephant. The next thing I did was just glue it to my sign. To decorate this sign, I will be using this beautiful Walmart pig. I'm going to take this apart, and then I'm going to glue some leaves on the corner, and then I'm going to decorate it a little more, add red to it. So I will be using some Dollar Tree little beads, or berries, sorry, they're not beads, they're berries. I'm going to add 3. And look how beautiful this sign is turning out. The next thing I will be doing is adding the rest of the leaves. I'm going to add them under the O and the Y, and I left a little space in between them because I'm going to add this Dollar General buffalo check bow. I made another shoestring bow and I glued it on top of that. And that is it for this beautiful sign. I absolutely love how this turned out. It looks so high-end, and it was so easy and inexpensive to make. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.